As we are once again live upon the internet. Let's make sure I'm still not seeing the Twitch end of things. There we go. Refresh, fix that for us. And yeah, let's make sure that we are with bit rates going everywhere and titles set and category set and stuff like that and audio set. Let's make sure as well that this is going to... Oh, actually, no. Wrong scene there, I noticed, as we were not in the live scene, but in the recording scene, which, yeah, earlier today I used that, of course. Yeah, who do we grab? Actually, for here doesn't matter per se. Let's start a little bit by working on some stuff and things. As yeah, yesterday we kind of got a little bit further into this, but not that much further yet. And yeah, I wouldn't mind continuing that. And yeah, one of the things I already yesterday. So actually, well, today kind of realized is that timeline is a better term for this than item release order. And also we're gonna do it like this, timeline guide. Well, yeah, here we'll keep it release order. I added in a bunch of the brands. This kind of for me as well, the well, branding gear sets from the seasons. And this kind of will help me solidify where what goes. Didn't add the text to them yet. But first things first, let's actually on the bell for Brooklyn add in the smart cover and the other one. Expertise. These will use the expertise as well. I actually have icons for these. I could do that. How do the icons look for these? Skill. Yeah, so where is okay. Let's see actually, let's put side by side. So you can either go with that or that. Honestly, I like the expertise one better. For brands and stuff, this makes sense, just having the icon. But now for the skills, let's just do from expertise. So precision, fortified. And also for now, I'm just gonna try to just add stuff in, and then we'll come back and actually copy paste text underneath it. First, let's get everything kind of in its place and then go from there. And either here go. Master of builds. Thank you for the kind words. There's what they didn't call you. I have no direct connection to Ubisoft. Also, I like choose to do so. It's the same reason why I don't have drops and stuff. I could, for the drops, for instance, it's just signing up to be a Ubisoft partner. I don't. I'd rather not be, you know, a Ubisoft partner. Actually, unlike most, I have less issues with Ubisoft or anything like that. But still, I have issues with being in creator programs. Usually they get abused. Like 9 out of 10 creator programs have had some issues with, you know, hey, sell our shit or we might, you know, take away some of your privileges. It's just like, okay, I'd rather not have those privileges to begin with. And yeah, that's why, yeah, I will never be kind of included in, because yeah, they have their partner program to pull from, which they should as well from their end. Yeah, so let's, because I have still this open. Let's go all the way back up here. Okay, all the way back up here. No. Okay. Because we kind of, oh no, not 20, even higher, 23. So that was this one, which we have all together now. Let's go to here. I just get everything in here. And I'm using the, this will be a good resource for me. Where I can have a bunch of the things in here, although it's also somewhat annoying because yeah, some of it is just like, it goes like new weapons and doesn't say like which weapon. Let's already include, so I did that already for 23, right? Because we kind of like whatever new things got added in that, and also which events were ran in those seasons. I already saw on the 22, so we have winter event and Valentine's event. Winter event. Introduced Valentine's event. Actually, in this one as well, we should have summer events. Yeah. Any other things here? In those, not really. So this was also Seasons 2.0. That's more important here. Seasons 2.0. The shades of red, just double checking. So we have those two already. Let's get these exotics. So Centurion Holster. Oh, Centurion Scabbard. Everybody just calls it holster. What was the weapon? Oh yeah, Strega. Strega and then Provocator. These three. What was the talent? Precision strike, right? Yeah. So let's go find. Precision strike, yeah. Let's put that in there. Does it have the weapons of this? Oh yeah. Rifles. Auto. Then also this is U22 weapon reload rebalance. Yeah. Which weapons are with? Good damn it. Let's have this open as well then. It's a GR9 and something else. Oh yeah. So oh yeah, the drill. The drill is it the drill? Yes. So the drill and crickets. That's these two. And then first sight was with Valentine's event. What was the winter event then? The 2024 winter event. As you see here. We can deduce from here. Was actually turmoil some game somewhere. So turmoil was also in this. Oh yeah, turmoil doesn't have expertise still, right? So as we're just taking an image of that. I'll pick over here if I missed anything. Thermal we just do like this then. Where's your first name? Thermal is here. No, this started February. So yeah, thermal is here. So April Fool's event. Yeah. Yeah, because it was April, of course. Yeah, so first sight definitely is one of these. What was the winter event one there? Was it cooler? No, I don't think so. Snow machine? Cooler is way back, right? Please. First sight. This is this, but this doesn't have the weapon with it. Yeah. Oh, this was the, so that's a time ago. Feels. Go away, flag. You know what? Let's just take this. And what if we do this? And then we do this. Hey, actually, yeah, why not? Snow machine. Okay, what's snow machine? Snow machine, and then also Lexington will be in here. So let's grab Lexington, because this is when Lexington also happened around that same time. With Lexington here. And then snow machine. Snow machine. Okay, that looks about right. Introduced. Actually, no, I don't want this. But then this can go. That's not what this only introduced the zonal modifiers. What? I think maybe as well. Actually, does this make more sense like this? Kind of does. But well, we can always. That's more of a design choice. We'll see what we do at the end. But we'll keep that in mind. Peek over here if I missed anything. This is kind of my own world. Oh, actually, I'm not showing what I'm doing, am I? That's smart. I'm awake. Go to tools, go to technology, and I wonder where. Oh yeah, I was hoping to be useful with that. And then yeah, future videos are gonna go a little bit more specific. So to the tool series right there. That's good. And I'm happy to help out with that. And yeah, more will be coming. It's I've already basically have at least 3 in mind, and it's basically just gonna be kind of like the gameplay parts, mostly just playing and giving like dozens of tips and mechanics and hey, think about this. Was a timeline guide. So yeah, this is actually going to be the timeline guide. It's not story. Story is already in the game. You can just go to legacy and kind of get that. But when did what come out? Because in my mind, everything has melted together at this point. So just to put some order into it, especially the further we go back, it becomes a lot more fuzzy for me. So just making this. This is already in the guides folder, and it's eventually gonna look more like this, where we also have the text underneath it, not just the pictures, and then some of the major things that happened with those seasons, and which is a thing I've been meaning to make for a while because there is no clear one of these. Because you have, for instance, we have this, but parsing through this is already kind of its own special hell, and yeah, I just want to make one. And then once we have it done as well, it's just going to be maintaining it afterwards. So that was 22. Let's go to 21. So 21 had the summer event here. And this lasted quite a while. So already I should grab the start time of this. June 11th. Okay, let's copy this. So this is year 24, month 06, day 11. Because I don't want to do it in my own way. I want to murder this fly so badly. It is first rogue, right? First rogue, yeah. So this was expertise 26. Level 40 for all. Was with this. There's a Zvia and breaking points. Okay, I got those. Acosta, Overlord, Diamondback rework. Because yeah, kind of silly that was the only rework for that season. But Acosta knee pads and Overlord shotgun. So let's get those. Knee pad. Overlord shotgun. Okay. So one thing I should do is already add these in as I go. This will be helpful later because these already have it, right? Okay. I know that something got reworked I don't care about. Torn and like glue, and brazen, of course, is talent. Let's already get brazen. Brazen. And especially as we go back, it becomes more and more hard to figure some of these out. That's also why I'm starting at the end and then working our way back. Like glue and thorn. Like glue and thorn. Okay, so do we have any? So we had summer event in this. Does it say what we get here? No, as always, it doesn't. Is this maybe cooler? Let's go for, yeah, summer event. Wait, summer event, summer event. Search for, really? You don't want to. And what we want to do is find one that is like 7 months ago. No, maybe a year ago. Yeah. Yeah, actually year 6, season 1. Yeah. Oh, this was the Odea Cowboy. Yeah. And cooler. Yeah. I did guess correctly. So let's find cooler. So this was then also summer event. Gamma. Enter. Anything else here? Send commendations, but nah. Let's actually do this as, even though they're the same thing, but world tier removal. Although we can just do level here. Level 40 for all, yeah. None of these have. Also, is missing the 0.1. Oh no, this is 0.1. Oh, this added Danny. Doesn't look like anything special. These are some issue fixes, yeah. So let's go to 20. Yeah, so February 6th. I want to see what they've titled this summary video. Oh, this was Project Resolve, of course. So this like gets all that. Yeah, let me catch up here actually as I'm kind of sorry in my own world. Let me paste this first. And either Manger and either Jesse. Where is it sketching? Yep. Did you play last week? Currently on a shotgun headhunter kick. Well, welcome back and hope you're enjoying it. Headhunting in the open world. As I'll guess by the name. Hey, Nandor. I was wondering, have you ever created a guide which skill mods belong to which sub-variant? Try searching, but I'll find this 100% max skill mods with this for my colleagues. Wait, do you just mean like, whoa, like, because I do have a skill mod tracker, which is this thing. This is my personal one. It's kind of embedded in the guides folder. I'll link to the guides folder. Because that'll take you here. In here, there is, because it's actually, so it's technically in the skills folder. And I've kind of like put it out by itself, but kind of a little bit lower is a link to it, which is this. And this is then the skill mod tracker. But it's also living just in here. So in the images and file and what images and what is it called? Images and spreadsheets. And yeah, you can kind of copy this and keep track of your mods. And recently I added in the smart cover, but yeah, I'm still not sure about some of the values. It's some of them are still as question marks, even though I've kind of inputted some values for them just to have something in place there. But with this, yeah, you can know what has what mod. Like that's the purpose of it. So, and then also track it, because that's the for instance, for myself, I have this one. I actually should input what I have on the smart cover as well. And this way I can just, if I get a mod, I can just check here if I need to put it on a character or not. It takes a while to fill it in though, which can be time consuming, but it's worth it when you're kind of end gaming. But then that's just the stats on them, because you got to remember as well the names on them is just that's basically from the old system. So you can have a 5% shield health that has like 3 different names as the actual name of the mod itself. But then the stats are the part that matters. And hey there, farmer. So there's it's right there. Oh, yeah, no worries. Oh, yeah, that one's very easy to miss. I've outputted here and there a little bit. It's got its own Reddit post and stuff, but it's easy to miss. And good on you for asking, of course. And yeah, I misspelled Vanguard there. So yeah, this is year 24, month 2. Day 06. Okay, so T20. This is also then expertise 27, 26. No, this should be 26 already. This should be then 25. I know this was Project Resolve. Major rebalance. Maybe later on we break out what project result kind of all touched, because it touched a lot of things. For now, we'll just keep it as like project result. Yeah. Oh yeah, Vindicator came in from Descent. This wasn't when Descent, no, Descent was older than this. Yeah, so let's just get in Rugged, Mosquito, and Vindicator. Rugged, Gauntlets. Mosquito. And Vindicator. And also before this now as well, it's going to be just event-wise, it's just going to be winter events, because I think this was this summer event that was just kind of like the first of the new batch. Oh yeah, Behind You came in, so Whisper and Brutus. Then let's get Behind You first. Behind. Is there a folder with all of the icons in there? Courtesy of Doug. Feel bad sometimes for calling them Doug, but also their second name alongside of it is would make it just worse. Yeah, Doug nuts. I love bad energy. Yeah, because on Strega. Yeah, I mean, well, you're not missing out on too much there. Strega is like semi-useful, but yeah, Overlord and Acosta are both kind of very much lost in the pack ones. That was Buffalo and Aries. I have on my second character. I'm sure the constructor doesn't realizing I needed one. Yeah, that's exactly the reason I eventually made that one, because I made that one pretty recently actually. So because I had the same thing of like suddenly noticing that I didn't have like a maxed out. There was like a maxed out burn mod, which I still don't have, I think. But it's also one of the weird things is that, you know, there's mods like this where I've just have not even a maxed out one after all this time, or like this charge speed, and I have like one mod on one character. But yeah, I think it was, for instance, yeah, these Hive mods. Although I likely haven't seen full mods, because I do usually pass them around like to check if I have some. But yeah, sometimes missing some of the ones. Although none of the ones that I really like matter. And this one's also, it just took a lot of while to get it to set up where, you know, if you like input and you know a 4.9, it'll go red. If you enter like a 5, the max mod, it'll go green. This was actually mostly to get, yeah, there was a practice piece for getting that to work. And also it's super annoying to do that in in here in the spreadsheet, but we got it done in the end. Because the normal version, like if there's nothing filled in, it's just yellow. But then if you input in a number, it goes either red or green. So it's kind of the skill gear mod min-max maxing is a real end game. Oh yeah, there is the, you know, getting all the 12s and getting all of these, at least the ones that are very useful. And I can totally recommend everybody grabbing one of these and just filling them in for yourself, just so you know. especially if you have multiple characters, because it's easier this way to keep track. It takes a little bit to fill it in, but it's also not too bad because you just go skill by skill and just fill it in. Yeah. The card custom is a DZ drop? Yes, it's a DZ item. DZ/PvP item. You can, of course, get it from named item caches and such, but not just willy-nilly. I already lost. What was the... Oh yeah, behind you. So Brutus and Whisper. Brutus, Whisper. Okay. So behind you, these two, Aegis and Palisade, double check. Yeah. We got the date. Anything else happen here? I mean, yeah, major rebalances. But, this isn't the addition, right? Oh, this is, yeah, let's add in this. Descent talent pools. Oh, there's also introduced tinkering. Tinkering menu. Tinkering menu. The only other one I might pick out of this pack is having the instant use armor kits. Yeah, let's add that in here. Instant use armor kits. Okay. Is this one diminishing returns? Yeah. Status effect. Diminishing returns in PvP and PvE. Actually, let's then. Consumption of drugs and alcohol on site is forbidden. Violators will be removed from the secure area immediately. I'll do it like this. Because it was supposed to just be PvP, but that one kind of leaked over. And then stayed. This all falls under like major rebalancing. So yeah, season 3 Vanguard. So year 5 season 3, right? Because at some point they're gonna not call them seasons, and I don't remember exactly when that was. Because like these was still like season 9, 10, I'm definitely sure, but then kind of where they this was 11 as well, and then I think actually they didn't start doing year until one of these two, because I think this was still season 12 and then went like year 5 season 2, I think. But we'll see actually when what they. So, but yeah, this is then year 5, season 3. Oh yeah, remember when season passes had emotes? Pepper Ridge Farm remembers. Although actually maybe not even Pepper Ridge Farm remembers that anymore. Yeah, let me catch up here for a second. And hey there, Randy. And yeah, welcome in. Forgive me, I'm wondering if it's even worth giving Shake Disorient or this pulse. Yeah, basically all of the status ones. Yeah, basically no. Yeah, but I can think of them. But I would suddenly Shadow Disorient make more sense than just run Hasper, right? Yes. The only ones I've ended up ever using is Bleed for Backfire and Disrupt for Hazard. Countdown Hazard protected builds. Everything else is, yeah, you would just do it with hazard protection. The thing is, though, that I still keep 3 on every character. Like, I say this, but I don't do this, right? I'm still... Although, yeah, I keep just 3 on every character. But, yeah, they're basically never useful. Most of them. Like, yeah, Bleed, Disrupt, and then maybe, like, if you PvP, having... Pulse. But everything else is just going to be hazard protection, because you're just going to build a hazard protection build if you really care enough about it. And either dag. And yeah, away for a bit. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, good to see you again there. And yeah, I've been actually using some of your icons here, so you're not too far from my mind. as we're using them in here as well. Let's push this. So I already put in the Vindicator, right? Yeah. So the 19s. It's annoying that they don't give summaries here. But let's actually have a peek in them, if anything. Okay, so this ended the winter project. The winter project was before this then. We can already actually add that in. So that would be just here would be this should be expertise 24. Expertise 23. And then this likely then had the winter project. And this winter project must have been the backpack, right? Anything else here? Backpack we used in the concerning festive delivery backpack. So let's already actually grab a festive delivery and put it in that one. But we know it's that one. So this is then in 18. Okay. Oh. Was this then maybe 19 the... Or wait, was it actually in... Wait, oh, that was 19.4. That was in 19.1. Oh, I completely misread it. So, wait, when is this thing? October 3rd. Oh, okay, so it's actually... I'm completely mistaken. This is all happening here. And that was 19.1, not 19.4. So, winter project. So yeah, some fixes there. Was this then, was 19 incursion? As we're getting a ton of fixes for incursion. By the look of things, that is. Yeah, incursion. So let's first get the date. Yeah, and we'll just work on this thing a little bit more, and then when I should go and play this video game. So they also kind of get busy. October is 10, right? But I still had enough time to make the toolbox video, so I'm happy for that. And it turned out okay-ish. Especially didn't turn out long, which I was kind of afraid of. How did I do? Like,
would all construction workers, plumbers, welders, and electricians report to the main desk at the earliest possible convenience.
do we break these out? What do we do? So what I do here is just grab this for a second and just put it here. Okay. And then this is incursion.
Violators will be removed from the secure area immediately.
Incursion paradise list. And then yeah, I should with these raids and stuff as well. I should just that there. Then we should actually have other dark hours. I think this TU was just dark hours. Like I don't think there was anything else in there. So we might just kind of combine those. At least here, just to have Ouroboros just separate. It's also, yeah, if we're kind of splitting out, I'll just beat that. We can even delete that. Yeah, let me get you over here for a second. So again, kind of in my own world. Yeah, it's gonna look messy in the end, but I've been meaning to have this for myself, especially if nothing else, for a while. Because yeah, it's kind of hard to parse through, because we have like this, but this is kind of hard to parse through, and it's also in a lot of places it just goes like 2 new named weapons. Which weapons were those? Like here at least it lists them out, but in a lot of other ones it was just like 2 new gear, a new gear set and a new brand set. It's like, okay, but. So for me, a lot of this has melted together. I don't remember exactly when what came in, so not that per se matters that much, but still kind of useful to know here and there. Makes it also easier to sometimes check when people make claims about something. I remember in a discussion it coming up of like they had put they were talking about running a FI in year one, which was just like, and without even checking, I was pretty sure that, you know, Iron Horse didn't come out in year one. Like that was a whole thing. It was supposed to come out year one, but it didn't in the end. And that's also why level 30s got access to it, because it was kind of promised to them. But then with this, we can kind of just go in and check. Although pointing to a document that I've made and go like, see, you're wrong. That's going to become interesting, but you know. Look, even this person, who is the same person that I am, is saying the thing that I am also saying. Aha, got you. Checkmate, botanists. Yeah. It's fine. I think the text to all this is gonna take a whole lot of doing, but it'll be fine. I'll just be boring work. I'll just likely do that off stream and just get it done. That's really needed, yeah. Well, to me, it was definitely desperately needed from time to time. And now we have it. And also, yeah, once I have it set up, it's gonna just be maintaining it, which will be nice. Just, you know, once we have everything in place. And also as we go back, especially like this mid parts, it's just, yeah, it's just, you know, a simple block of things. There's less and less events and stuff. And then one as well, what I want to do eventually with this is also maybe keep a little bit of track, and I'm kind of considering eventually just adding even another row and going which apparel events happened with which season and stuff. But especially trying to put that together is gonna be hell. Trying to just find that kind of information. Why am I stuck here? Stabilize. So born great and grown great. So let's get stabilize first. Stable. And actually, these icons helping out quite a bit. So thank you so much for those. And also, yeah, making them searchable. It's helping a lot here. I don't have to visually find them. I can just Control F for them. So thank you for taking the time to put those together. I just said that to you. Oh yeah, born great and grown great. And grown great G. There we go. Okay. So Ouroboros in there. Oh, was a tip of the tip of the step. Tip of the spear. I thought this was part of Resolve, actually. But yeah, no, it was before that, actually. Because this was one of the reworks that I feel just didn't work in the end. Maybe we even add that in, because yeah, if I don't remember that, maybe that's handy information. Rework. Season 2 Puppeteer. So yeah, that's still using season or year 5 talking points. Fly. So Erlang increase to 24. Am I lining up? 24, yay. Because that's going to be a count back to 20. The release was 20, right? Or was release below 20? I will see. Luckily here they're still kind of calling it out. So yeah. 24 there. Let's add the center ward buffs. And not much else. No. Season 1 extension. Oh, okay. Yeah, so they did use year 5 season 1 then for this. Okay. Let's have a look at some of these. See if anything useful is in here. So 18.4. Let's go back there. Yeah. This was the return of determined, like they kind of fixed determined, but it broke it even harder, so they turned it back. I added some global events here. Some descent stuff. I don't think this is still the descent release, right? Or is this the descent release? Oh, this is the descent release. Oh yeah, the to-do items. There's a bunch of items that dropped with just to do this and this. Something special here. Not particularly. And this is 0.1 then. Yeah, 0.1. Some random stuff. There's really nothing in these to consider. So yeah, title update 18 then. So descent. How did I do it with these? Although actually we haven't really, yeah, so descent release 218. Broken Wings, yeah. Date June 8th, 2023. Back when we were all young. Young and beautiful. Now we're just old and beautiful. Still beautiful. Yeah. And day 08. Yeah, so Thunderstrike. Let's go get Thunderstruck. Oh, Perfect has a okay. I didn't even know Perfect had one. Perfect Thunderstruck, but it's also so similar that I've never noticed it before. Because that's normal Thunderstrike and this is Perfect. Just that little tree icons with underneath it. Yeah, let me catch up here. Oh, no, there's a few. The T-Pain is a streamer. Well, I've yet to. Wait, is that a rapper? Sounds familiar as that kind of. I think, right? Likely showing how much of a boomer I am. Even though I'm not. No, screen is like, yeah. I mean, a lot of, why not? Just if you have a little bit of fame, kind of push it into different fields is not a bad idea. One line underneath. Thunderstrike. Big Show and Cabaret. Let's put those in. Cabaret. Okay. Descent, Electric Cavalier, Thunderstrike, these two items. Elmo and Shocker Punch. Yeah. Elmo is from a while back, isn't it? Time flies when you're having a gun. So Elmo's engine. So they actually add those in as well. And Shocker Punch. Was it this afternoon? No, I think it was yesterday afternoon. I did like one conflict match. Like I had a little bit of time to do something. So I did one conflict match. There was somebody actually running Elmo plus Shocker Punch. I got meleeed and I was just very confused for a few seconds as to like, why am I shocked? Because also them shooting me didn't shock me. It was the punch that shocked me. I was just like, oh yeah. Completely forgot that Shocker Punch was like, it was truly a Shocker Punch. I'd so forgotten about it that it just caught me off guard. So is that a guy? These are the extra drop chances for the extended season caches that we're about to see. Okay, for the stretch goals. No, I mean I would definitely be interested. I wouldn't likely add them to the exotics guide because they're gonna be, out of date or there's one specific thing. But I think a lot of people would be appreciative if you shared those. You could even farm some karma with it, I would say. Yeah. Catching all the peoples. And I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking there, Sophia. And I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday so far. Friday, Thursday. I mean Thursday. I took a nap before this, so I'm already in Friday. But yeah, no, Thursday. Oh yeah, actually, being Thursday, I should maybe see, because I could definitely tomorrow make some time. I might actually sign up and then join up with Toasty and Friends for a raid and get character for that project done, which I've been meaning to do for a while. I just have the Iron Horse project, and I wouldn't mind actually getting that done. Okay, let's actually on this one add open world or activities XP revamp. That was an important one. Yeah, quick grenade. I don't have a big list there anyway, so might as well add this kind of stuff. Blue patents. So yeah, the Descent came in with this. Maybe the game modes we just like give a like in the future. I sure could try that just like that. No. Oh, that's not what I'm looking at. This is what I should be looking at. So this basically just to highlight them, especially with like the game modes. The Sandal, I mean, yeah, we had Incursion after, but Incursion we have as a separate thing here anyway, so. Anything else in here? So yeah, we are talking about season 1, so year 5 season 1. So maybe leave it there because yeah, we have 17, 16, and 15, which are kind of the. Oh, so this is season 11. Yeah, so season 11, 10, 9. Because yeah, this was definitely 9. I remember Heartbreaker. And this was also then the countdown release. So we can actually do this and then countdown release. And expertise 20. Because then also, yeah, this will just be expertise 21, and this will be expertise 22. Yeah. So actually in this one as well, it's even introduced expertise and then expertise 20 and then countdown release. Yeah. Yeah. Because of that super OP. Wait, when was we haven't run into that yet. When was when was the change in, although that's earlier, right? That's earlier than this, because that's kind of like a season after Heartbreaker got added. Basically when Striker flipped with Heartbreaker. Then these balancing changes. No. Oh, likely this then. 15.2. Yeah, this flipped it from self-multiplicative to self-additive. But then when did striker become... I remember it being around the same time. Well, maybe it's just in this one then. So this would be 15, so this would be season 9. Yeah. That's odd. Because it was definitely after. Although maybe it got first changed and then later on it got its reductions removed. So where are we? So we're on 17 now. But yeah, I'll leave it here just to not spend way too much time here. As we'll come back to this in the future. And yeah, let's catch up because I'm completely in my own world there. Characters for raids, yeah. Recommendation about it. At least play with it. It would just be annoying. But maybe they will in the future. Wouldn't surprise me. So yeah. As simple as that. Oh, welcome in, wait. Yeah, let's leave this out here and then we'll come back for more in the future. I'll leave it at title update 17. But yeah, so far added in a bunch of things. I'll likely just add the text off stream because that's just boring stuff. So here at least we're kind of like puzzling stuff out. Yeah, let's take it to the game. And actually what I want to do here is, before we actually do too much else, there's the conflict weekly. I wouldn't mind grabbing that. And then also on this character I can do that with
Guard duty being boring anymore.
With running the region setup that we had. Gonna go in. Because actually this character has their own. I should take the one from the stash still though. Because it has a headshot mod in there. Because this build is basically gonna then be in the stash and I can always grab it. It's then the hazard protection one. So let's do a few matches with this and then also add it in as a build picture in the conflict folder. Because I've been meaning to add this one in. And also we'll set it up as a stash build in the main collection as well, actually. Yeah, so down. My escape is still kind of messed up. Should stop bitching about it and just buy new. I've just been lazy. Also, I enjoy bitching, so gives me something to bitch about. Yeah, so that. Let's actually grab firewall.
Oops. Sorry about that.
I was thinking maybe I go sharpshooter. Do I have sharpshooter AR? I do, just for the drone, especially. Now let's go firewall. 4 extra super healing. Let's for now go Stinger Hive and drone. Set those up. Especially that we have the extra charges. We need as well deflect duration.
My back is killing me.
Right, so we're gonna set up. Let's go full screen actually as well.
Fails, we're screwed.
Yeah, let's jump into a few conflict matches, and then afterwards as well, we'll add this one to the list of things. See, this going to show you some recent work. In general, I don't per se make use of other parties. I just make mostly my own stuff. But thanks for offering. One Piece. That's a choice. Because even here they could have just stuck in Walker and Harris and gotten better returns. Just because you get that extra stat on top as well. I know where you're now. Running the Yongya. I do like the backpack on this. I used it as the thumbnail as well. And also in the video for today, just as like looking onto it with the I choose violence and the uwu face.
Neutralize all enemies before you run out of reinforcements.
Do I go aggressive? Not with my team, not close enough. Yeah.
Hostile explosive seeker
Back
mine
me up.
detected. Hostile drone detected.
What's that guy doing? Being AFK is the answer. Just checking that nobody's kind of pushing the street there. With 2 people on the roof there. Good, maybe. Nice that my teammate didn't push me.
Serious trauma detected. Hostile stinger hive
Oh,
detected.
body blocked me.
Agent down.
It would be nice if the rest of the team kind of
agent needs
came and
assistance.
helped.
Agent killed.
And hey there, Anders. And in the end, we didn't trade well enough. Nah. And there's also a sniper. Yay. All my favorites. Didn't even see that guy, but He didn't do anything with it either.
Boost. About to come online.
Dude, don't push up here. Why are you... Why would you...
Explosive seeker mine detected.
Yeah, I'm not gonna come die with you.
An agent needs assistance. Boost now active. Agent down. Serious trauma detected.
Could have used that extra dude there, but yeah, I went upstairs there. They have the roof there. Like, what are you expecting to happen when you push that? Because death is the answer.
An agent needs assistance. The enemy is acquiring the boost. The boost has been taken by the enemy.
That's exactly what we needed on top.
Hostile stinger hive detected. Agent down.
What are you doing? I'm getting my headshots.
An agent needs assistance.
I didn't see that guy. Might as well take a kill.
I've sent a specialization supply drop your way.
Thank you. Ah, yeah. I
Vital signs critical.
was kind of expecting that.
The
And
enemy
also,
is
I
about
should
to
be
claim the
getting...
supply drop. The specialization supply drop has been claimed by the enemy.
Hostile drone detected. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
Likely not going to be able to crawl this back. But also, they are starting to make mistakes. So.
You're halfway through the fight.
So I should stick here. Random stinger hits. Take the drone at. Ah, there's one up there. That's likely the sniper. One would think.
Agent down.
I need you to crawl out of that.
Hostile stinger hive detected. about to activate.
Yes, determined that.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down.
Which I was 6.
Agent vital signs 0. Boost online.
I should definitely like just remove that from PvP. As in here definitely has no place. Or at least it shouldn't. Also, they keep getting the boosts. How about dropping one on our side, team? Game? Maybe. I'll leave that there as early warning.
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
Don't come. It's targeting me. I'm trying to get away from you, dude. Like, I can just take that to the face. It's not an issue. One's upstairs there. One's to the side here.
Vital signs critical. Agent down.
Yeah, I know. It's the barcode dude, which
An agent
obviously.
needs assistance.
Also, this is such a slow match.
Agent down.
You're running low on reinforcements. I'm sending you a specialization
Oh,
supply
oh,
drop.
Vital signs critical.
fuck off.
Agent out of action.
We're
Agent
gonna
killed.
lose this match. There's 2 snipers.
This is
Exactly.
your last chance to come back.
The
before-
game that I love playing. It's also why this map
We
is
have to
just kind
pull
of
you out.
sucks. There is just one attack
The
angle from
specialization
here,
supply drop
like
has
here
been taken by
especially.
the enemy.
The
There are
only
no
thing
more reinforcements.
we can kind of do
There's
here is
no
just go
pulling
out and die.
Keep fighting.
Agent down.
Let's say we're gonna at least squeeze out one more kill. Oh, we swapped spawns? Wait, what? My brain didn't even...
Hostile
How?
drone detected.
Why even? I think they're gonna know by now.
Hostile
Yeah.
explosive seeker mine detected.
That pulse got me there.
Boost about to come online.
What is it?
An agent needs assistance.
Time's almost
Yes.
Boost now active.
Yeah, that's kind of the
Immediate
thing.
medical assistance needed.
My team just in the middle part when we
Agent
did a little better
malfunction.
stuck together, but then kind of yeah.
Agent killed.
And those guys were just always together,
Agent down.
the way you should be.
You've lost.
But I shouldn't even need for the weekly. Let me check. Because we just need some kills, but do we also need some wins? I think we need some wins. Should actually try to get some wins in. Oh, it's just annoyingly long. Do want to see the end results, so we're not going to back out. I don't know. Oh, wasn't that G? Or is it something else? Forget now. Or is that before you come to the screen? Because this needs to, like, not be this as well. making things just last way longer. And of course, some motors in there. Yeah, didn't get to do much. 2 and 6. It's getting sniped at the whole time. Actually, yeah, let's skip out for a second actually. Because yeah, what do I need? Because if I need something specific, I might be handy to know. Because I think it's 5 matches and 2 wins, right?
Safe area detected.
No, it's 5 matches, 2 wins, and 10 kills. Or 10 kills plus assists, which that part is easy. But yeah, let's get those in. And once we have that complete, we'll add this one to the conflict. Well, actually, I'll add it in first as a stash build. Well, this is matchmaking. Actually, let me already. Yeah, that's not the right one. We'll make a copy here. Let's make this SO5. 05. HEVP. Bighorn region / HZP. As we'll put this build into this slot in a bit. And then also copy it to the conflict folder. Oh, team elimination? Yeah.
Hostile defender drone detected.
Or should just put me in a new match instead of an in progress
The enemy is
match.
acquiring the boost. The boost has been taken by the enemy. An agent needs assistance.
What's that? When you load into team elimination, you just you don't get to join the fight right away. And yeah, let's see if we can get a round win. Likely not. If the team is already losing. Just in case they push early. They don't seem to have pushed at all. Friendly in the back. They went down?
Hostile Stinger Hive detected.
Okay.
Hostile Seeker Mine detected.
Oh yeah, this team was always gonna
Agent
lose
down.
multiple times in a row. Just hold the roof. Just like that's all you need to do. Not very hard.
A specialization supply drop has been arranged for you.
second shooter near me.
Vital signs critical.
Oh yeah, that's
Any
exactly
agent
what
needs
this thing is.
assistance. Agent down.
You're the last one alive. It's up to you, Agent.
Agent killed.
Counts as a completion though, so. Sometimes
Hey,
today
you're
like
34,000 watch level. Do you even have a life, bro, or a job?
Well, who was even talking there? All the old classics. Oh yeah, it's good to catch up on them. See, you never know when one ceases to be, as that we recently had with Ozzy. But also, where's Backstreet Toys? Because first of all, Backstreet Boys. But I feel one of those things is not like the others. Oh, actually, all of them are misspelled, aren't they? I just quickly glanced over. Because they're the Bleach Boys, Alice Cooper. Yeah. AI can do amazing things now. Hey, Captain Lawrence. Kind of like that map. Okay, 2 skill builds on that end. Should be able to push through them, hopefully. These 90s best. And yeah, that's quite often. I'm guessing growing up in those times, likely, right? Formative years. Although sometimes as well, the formative years of parents and hearing their music, kind of all that. That can also sometimes be it.
Wipe out the enemy before you
This
run
is a
out of
modifier.
reinforcements.
Yeah. I, in general, just don't end up using hives that much. Or hives, shields that much. Anymore.
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile seeker mine detected. Hostile stinger hive detected. Agent down.
What? Wait, where was this guy?
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Wait, where did that sticky come from? Because he must have been behind me. It's one of these matches, yay. I'm gonna try to break through. Where'd he go? Behind us, that's where they went.
Boost about to activate. Boost online.
That's your skill, right? It's not.
The boost is being taken by allies. Allies have acquired the boost. Hostile Stinger Hive detected.
Where? Where'd he go?
Hostile Seeker Mine detected.
I wish this side. Should I just stick with my team, but also we kind of need this angle covered.
Hostile Explosive Seeker Mine detected.
And I'll just take that to the face. Oh, they're spawn camping. Their score is way too low for them to spawn camp. I don't know why they're doing that.
Hostile Defender drone detected.
If the enemy doesn't turn this around, they'll be pulled out.
Serious
I'm
trauma
gonna pull
detected.
that away so it carried him
Agent
out.
down. Agent vital signs 0.
But they still got to push off of that. It's one of the things as well with skill builds is they can be annoying, but they aren't game winners.
I'm
They
sending
aren't
you a specialization supply drop.
the things that cause victories quite often. Because they can't hold off pushes. Like they can deny area and stuff, but that's about it.
Hostile Stinger Hive detected.
No one's retreating. The fight continues. There are no more rogue reinforcements.
Hostile Seeker Mine detected. Hostile Explosive Seeker Mine detected.
Oh, sure, my hive has that if they push that.
Friendly claiming the supply drop.
So what this is.
Specialization supply drop is in friendly hands.
Hostile Defender drone detected. Agent
I'll
down.
die to my own teammates.
Agent vital signs 0.
The fight is halfway done.
Immediate medical assistance
It's
needed.
all the way then.
It's a win. Solid work.
And didn't get to do too much. We were there. Or emotional support. I think in the end I didn't even go positive to entry. But another one in the bag. And then one of the victories. Let's get the weekly in. Jeez. I didn't do anything too great there. Honestly, in most of the cases, I just weakened some people that other people got to finish off and then push through. It's kind of in the wrong place at the right time for other people, not for myself. But it's fine. I don't need high results. Should I actually just also mostly do these on the weekend and stuff? Now it's definitely, you know, we're kind of noticing that as well. Like most of the teams are kind of set up well instead of just being randoms the way they were last week with the triple. Oh, you were. Oh, you were. Okay. You're on my team. Nice. Well, maybe we'll see each other again in this one. But yeah, then need GG's. As I there, the team kind of worked well together. We kind of stuck well together and made shit happen. Double skill build again. Just gonna check my allies, but couldn't there. Oh, random key. What region of the world do I reside? I'm in the Netherlands. I've said so in the past. I'm not, you know, hiding that too much, but yeah, Europe basically, Western Europe. But yeah, I wasn't, as you may guess from from my appearance, I wasn't per se born here. That was in Iran. But I came here pretty young, so I'm basically a Dechi at this point.
Neutralize all enemies before you run out of reinforcements.
And then we're indeed on the same team again.
Hostile drone detected.
I try to keep up here with my ally. Because both skill builds are gonna go up there. I put my hive on this end. Just as a early warning. Because in either case, if they push for that or if they
Agent down.
they either have to destroy it or push through it. Oh, there.
An agent needs assistance.
I'm gonna get skilled in a second here. Yeah. Luckily they missed. They missed both their things, so. Haha. Something destroyed my skill or used up its charges, so something is out here.
Hostile stinger hive detected.
Double bulwark. Exactly what we love to see.
Agent down.
Too many.
Serious trauma detected.
I was trying to finish off this guy because yeah, I was on low.
Incapacitated.
Was on low,
Agent vital signs 0.
but didn't get the kill. The weakener. Yeah.
Boost about to come online.
Yeah. We didn't trade well there. Oh, they got the whole team. We need to watch out here. They're bunched
Boost
up.
now active. An agent needs assistance.
That was kind of the expectation there. Because they'll also likely have... I'm just going to break out to this side.
Agent down.
Oh, hi. Ah,
Serious trauma detected.
yeah.
Agent down.
Elmo on top of everything
Agent
else.
deceased.
Feladechi. Oh yeah,
The enemy is too
I
strong.
am.
We might have to pull you out.
The boost has expired.
Only real. I mean, I should just extract a few kills here, and that's about it. On next set, I'm gonna just go mortar. Well, actually, I think my entire team already used them.
Agent down.
Version for the notes.
Hostile
I don't keep too much to like I'm completely ditchified. I don't think I've eaten anything like Persian in years or like remotely.
A specialization supply drop has been arranged.
Yeah, there's nothing to do here. Yeah, just wait for the mercy. Like pushing out is death.
They
And
forced you off the field. It's over.
it was weird as well. Like most of the team there went skill builds with no mortars. Like that's the tool to break out there. But also, yeah, they didn't get to do much either in the end. No-name weapons, basically weapon types. Year 6, season 3. I mean, you can have a look. What do you mean non? Because yeah, this is currently what I have on year 6, season 3. So that's that, the shiny monkey thing. But let me read it.
Safe area entered.
Oh, just base types. We haven't had some in like forever. The last one was a TKB. Like the TKB was all the way here. TKB came in with 250. So yeah, base types we haven't had in forever. Before that we had a bunch, so we'll have to add a bunch on like higher up, because they used to, for especially like when because there was the episodes. That was the thing before like WONI came out. There was a few episodes, as they called them, and those contained like, yeah, the Carbine came in, the GR9 came in. I don't remember what the other ones were. Few others. I mean, yeah, we'll run into them when we reach those points. Visible is ridiculous. Those are regular pistols. They can melt. The thing is, they were sticking together as a team, and that's kind of really hard to break through. Like when it becomes a blob.
Greetings.
Because that guy's easy to kill, but he'll always hide behind somebody else, right? So that's the tactic. So you kind of, you know, becomes about shooting the guy in the back. Yeah, we just need 2 more completions of conflict matches, so let's go do those. We've got our wins and our kills, or whatever it was. Yeah, wins and kills we have already, so we just need 2 completions, and win or lose doesn't matter. That's when they added that. Maybe I missed something. No, missing something. That was the, but also they had so many issues with that one, with like the mods placement and stuff on it and such, that they then had to fix. Because that was the last base weapon, kind of. And then ever since we've had names just based on weapons that already existed. That's a bad one. That one's gonna... okay. These two are not gonna be too useful in here. Gonna guess they're gonna try the mantis snipe, but... although if they're trying to mantis snipe, spotter is a weird choice, although they're more likely doing it with a drone. Hopefully we can just blow through them. Depends also on what my teammates are, of course. Thing is also, though, we have so many base weapons anyway. Just keeping adding into it. Although, technically, like Lexington is kind of, you know, you could see that, or First Sight, right? Although they're technically still also not base weapons. Although, well, First Sight definitely not, but Lexington at least is like a swap over.
Wipe out the enemy before you run out of reinforcements.
Go for the high ground. Actually, you know what? Let me just quickly, especially for... no, that's at the spawn area. Wait, can you just not? I thought you could change then. You went back. I want the remote pulse. We have no vision on our team.
Explosive seeker mine detected. An agent needs assistance.
Oh, it's not very... oh, yay. I love my
Hostile
teammates.
artillery turret detected.
Except I really don't.
Hostile hive detected. Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent out of action.
Oh, there was in between two enemies. Should not push there. I should have just fallen back and just... what else I wanted to fight?
Down.
I thought I could take him. But yeah, as bad as their team was geared, my team is worse, so that's good to see.
An agent needs assistance. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Okay, Matt's back. Oh, it was
Agent
one
down.
behind.
Agent killed. Agent down.
Mortar on top of everything.
An agent needs assistance. Boost about to activate.
God, I want
Boost online.
to kill me.
Agent
Yeah.
down. Immediate medical assistance needed.
There's a retirement when I had new ones. Thing is, though, like there is no such thing as useless, because you could always, you know, they're all just stats. They can change the stats, and that can like change the outcome there.
Hostile.
It's more just the
explosive
more
seeker
that you
mine
have, the more
detected.
now you have to balance as well.
The boost is being taken by the enemy.
Something is weird here.
You need to turn this around, or we're going to have to.
Why are
pull
they
out.
always in medpack state? Because their medpack state was still there, like 20 seconds after they opened that when they had the medpack state.
Agent out of action.
So
Agent vital signs 0.
I'm guessing a little bit of cheating going on there, because their armor bar just
You're
didn't
out of
move at all,
reinforcements.
and it
Hang
was
in
still
there.
showing the
Nobody's pulling out. The
health
fight
pack
goes
thing.
on.
Immediate medical assistance
I just
needed.
need completions, right?
Agent out of action.
Each
Agent
weapon
killed.
weapon. Picks and counter
Agent
picks.
needs assistance.
That would be interesting, yeah. So it doesn't look very fun. Oh, but it can be very fun. With the right matches and stuff. This is like, yeah. When this happens, not that I'm helping, because the last 2 deaths of me as well is me just running into the enemy.
I've sent a specialization supply drop.
But yeah,
your
that
way.
was shenanigan
Agent down.
adjacent, I feel.
It's a loss. Sorry.
Also, I just need completions. But yeah, it got me a lot of fun in the, like, sometimes you get the right matches and they make up for everything, basically. But fighting against the mortar build and stuff, and I'm not gonna outright say cheater, but that was odd, at the very least. Where they were just in medpack state the whole time. Way longer than would be normal. Plus, it was just that one guy killing basically everybody. Or being in people's faces the whole time. But that's fine. We just need completions. But the thing is, even if we're sucking out like that, like we're still getting XP and stuff. At least we haven't seen any of the blatant cheaters today. Those guys that like just bounce around the map. We there yet? Things also, this is kind of we're already outside of the like general player base times for my time zone. It's like 11:30, so it's a lot of the tryhards, and then depends how much you're willing to try hard against them. Which, I'm willing a little bit. Let's see what we're up against this time. Georgetown again. Pulse resist. Oh, actually, no, not pulse resist. It's only 2-piece. Wait, why would you? What? I mean, might as well, yeah. If you have the 1-piece, but I feel we could just go 2-piece Cheska, which would be much more valuable. Because also you can get 20% hazard protection. It's already a 3 versus 4. Good to see.
Neutralize all enemies before you run out of reinforcements.
Oh, full charge. I want to get rid of that hive and get remote pulse. Or just pulse. But every time it's kind of not working out
Explosive
for me.
seeker mine detected.
We're just going down the middle.
Hostile drone
Sure.
detected.
Oh, wait here. I know they're on the roof. It'll just be annoying.
Hostile stinger hive detected.
I got you.
An agent needs assistance.
It's maturing. Centurion is way too finicky for PvP. Is that all the way? I don't know, it's from there.
Boost about to come online.
Ah, sniper. Out on the street on that side.
Boost now active.
I'm gonna go be over here. A little bit further away, but
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
just want to poke.
The boost is being taken by allies. The boost has been taken by allies.
Damage boost, you say?
Hostile stinger hive detected.
Where did these guys go? Just fell back. Oh, let's get the drone out of there.
An agent needs assistance. Serious trauma detected. Agent out of action. Agent
I
killed.
didn't spot him well enough. No, marksman rifle as a good sniper can lock down area. Yeah, and here a good sniper could. I'm not a good sniper, so I wouldn't for myself. This is very much a sniping map and a skill build map quite often. Annoyingly.
I'm sending you a specialization supply drop.
Hostile drone detected.
So you can kind of build that, but you need to also be good at it, so which I'm not. But there's actually several metas for in here, especially nowadays.
Supply drop being claimed by friendly. The specialization supply drop was just picked up by a friendly.
Wait, what is this doing? Okay, that was a decent amount of damage. I'm actually just gonna regen it. It also means that he's mostly red, so he'll melt as
Hostile
well.
explosive seeker mine detected.
As long as I trade well. I'm just denying them this
You're
reef.
halfway through the fight.
Hostile stinger hive detected.
Is it like that? It'll just melt. That's why the meta is what it is. Ah, that's the... Wait, is he hazard resistance? He is hazard resist. Or he is pulse resist. I was gonna go help down there.
The enemy can't keep up. They're about to get pulled out.
Boost
Oh,
about
that's
to
not
activate.
moving. It was just sunlight or something.
Boost online. Hostile drone detected. The enemy is acquiring a boost.
Shortly.
Serious trauma detected.
I lined up perfectly for
Agent
them,
down.
but didn't for myself.
The boost is being taken by the enemy.
I'd even be revived here. Yeah.
Allies are acquiring the boost. Allies have acquired the boost. Hostile stinger hive detected.
There's no pulling out. Keep fighting. The rogues have run out of reinforcements. You can win this.
Oh, that bug's moving a shadow.
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
This is bum rush. Even if one of us
Immediate
gets
medical
murdered,
assistance needed.
he can't kill us all.
Agent
Maybe they can.
of action.
But likely they won't. Yeah. Oh, I should have used my flamethrower. Oh wow, that one person
Send
killed
the
everybody. Okay.
specialization supply drop your way.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna wait for the team to respawn. We're not gonna give them a 1v1. We're just gonna murder them. Whenever that pulse happens, that'll show
Friendly
where
claiming
we...
the supply drop. The specialization supply drop has been claimed by an ally.
Wait, they're not on pulse. Oh, wait, is it the pulse resistant guy? Where are they? Oh, there. Yeah. Surprising they actually won the other
Well done.
engagement. I still didn't get to too much. Because we're kind of guarding one side a lot. Oh, we still got 4 and 2. Yeah, let's exit out here, actually. See, and get our rewards there. Let's actually add this build to the collection there, and then also to the PvP folder.
Entering safe area.
I kind of like this one fine enough as well. One thing I realize now that I even changed that on that. Don't think we did. No. Grab this one. Yeah, we should actually add in. We'll do that too. This one, and then that would be also 4.16. Yeah. Headshot number for conflict. Because I should actually do that. Because this one will get that one too then.
Good to see you. Thanks for the deal.
Let's get all of this junk out of here. Yeah. Let's first up, yeah, let's do this. Kind of in the same style as what this has as well, yeah. Just to have so conflict, this will be 145. HSD. Wait, did we have it with this? Yeah. So just there's one in a second. This will be 155 in a sec. And that'll just be as a reminder as well for people to like, hey, that's why the watch isn't active there. Put that on ignore. Yeah, let's add this thing in. That I'm on full screen. What do we put as our secondary? Just the whatever. I think on the other one I did a Sleipnir. And just the FAMAS. Yeah, measured FAMAS. Yeah. I also now realize actually I didn't do that with this today either. Yeah, the mods on this weapon aren't even shown there. That's fine though. It's basically built like that's just a secondary. It barely matters. It's kind of centered around the bighorn anyway. Yeah, let's do that. Talons. Brand list. One goes up there, that one goes up there. Stat blocks. Oh, I didn't even have assault rifle on.
Backpacks to boots. You want it? I've got it.
That would have helped a little.
Sorry.
What does this character use firewall for, actually? Put that to ARs. Well, specialization, those specialization picks in PvP are half. When you set it to PvP mode, you see that. Technically in PvP, it's 22.5. Yeah, mainline stats. Okay. Is it refresh once? And let's get the stats. Although actually, let's get the names in first. Catharsis. Bighorn. One later for damage numbers. Technically, it is a TDI cut custom, so let's put that in. That's all of it, right? Yes. Yeah, let's get the stats in. Let me check out here for a second. That's kind of behind. Or can I have my own world? Do you ever recommended yellow journalist build for heroic? I'm playing mostly red and blue build so far. Yeah, if you're looking for something like just to try out, for instance, skills and stuff, one of the easier ways to go, and I'll link to the build picture in a second, is because there's two ways to kind of go. If you just want to do turret and drone, you can, for instance, make a high end like this, but you can also make it the way that it's here with skill haste, which is kind of overkill for turret and drone, but that lets you play around with different skills, because some skills do require a lot of haste. So this can be a general skill build. One thing you can go for as well nowadays is refactor. Where's this one? 3.04. I'll link to this one directly here. Refactor, especially in group settings, is a lot better because also it's doing some healing and stuff. So it helps out quite a bit. I'll put the refactor one also in the YouTube chat. But that's, for instance, kind of very similar in layout with the chest and the backpack, and then just 4-piece refactor. And this then has a group healing component. So kind of depends what you're going for. But then also, usually for skills, you make it very specialized. So if you kind of like, for instance, mortar and other explosives, you could go with like a mortar build that is like in here, which is like this one. Like this is dedicated to especially mortars. And then you have, seeker spam, where you do it with hardwired. And you have stuff like for Oxy, there's a dedicated build. For status effect, Eclipse, there are dedicated builds. So, but yeah, if you're looking for something generalist, then you can make that high-end one and then just play around with different skills. That one just works with basically all the skills. Yeah, let's hit refresh once more and then start getting stats in. That's the left side of things. Jumped around. There we go. So we can resize everything at the same time. So they're at least the same size with each other. Okay. Oh, what did I have like on this one? Oh yeah, the whole skill block thing. Let's actually grab that from here. Also this image. Those are just a bunch of the useful skills for in here, together with Bighorn at max stacks. Wait, why does this have 195? Oh, this should be under 65. Oh, it's 80. Yeah, should just be 10 more. I make a mistake. Let's go fix that. Because I just misread it as a 6 there. But that's an 8. Yeah, let's go get damage numbers on this. Just in case we ever want to double check metrics. Because actually, if we compare this to this, do I need to add anything? Not per se.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Yeah, just stack up the thing. And let's shoot armor. Also, yeah, that wouldn't matter for the body shots. Stacked up the big one for the body shots, which surprise, makes no difference. Oh, although does that matter? No, because it's just a crit chance. I have the modifier on. We do need to grab the crit chance numbers anew. Now I need to turn this off, and then just this needs to be. So nothing else was affected there. Also, might be handy actually. So I do have that here, right? Yeah. Might be handy to put the armor numbers and regen numbers. It's kind of what the build is built around. Kind of in the same style, right? Yeah. Okay. This looks complete. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, do I add the mods here for this? But nah, honestly. Yeah, so now that we have this, let's make a copy and send it to that folder as well. Now, if we go into here, oh, I might make this 5 and this 4. Or make this 5. Yeah, we just make this 5. So this is Number 5. We take the PvP out of here for here because everything's PvP here. What was these ones kind of called? Yeah, so that's a naming convention. And this can then live in here, and then yeah, we have 5 builds in here. Looks about right. I feel I should just add in the mortar build to here as well at some point, just to be dick. Yeah, let me actually catch up here. It's kind of again in my own world. So I play mostly solo. Then yeah, just making just that turret drone. If you want to mess around with yellow skills, just that basic yellow turret drone. But then as well, you can play around with the skills. So that's this. What was that? X04. But then once you kind of decide on, hey, I like this skill and this skill, then you can go for a little bit specialized builds. Because even for that one, if you're just going turret and drone, my preferred version would be something like this, for instance, because the capacitor can still hit decently hard. So if you just put some crit chance behind it, because you don't need the skill haste, for instance, for the turret and drone, per se, so you can move to having a little bit more damage. Share the most recent breakouts on plan, just running enjoy. This 1 second. I got dealt at there. Standing around for too long. Didn't even just kick me out to the character select screen. Actually dealt at me. Wait, also 1 striker? That's not even the RPM. Yeah. People. Because yeah, they just, even if you want to keep the same stats, kind of, you could just go Eagle's Grasp and get the magazine plus the rifle or something, even if you're wasting the rifle. But yeah, or just contractors to get that with same weapon handling, and then you get some damage to armor alongside of it. But yeah, some choices. Legendary, yeah. Just for healing, or do you lose out on too much damage? In the end, the thing is, I found most often, but this is kind of depends on who you're playing with as well. In like, let's say your matchmaking legendary, I might consider going with the refactor chest. The thing is, though, in most of the places, I feel just there's too much healing happening with the chest. Like, yes, you do heal a lot, and sometimes as well, if you have like teammates, then you kind of are set up a little bit, and they can like kind of face tank with it. It can have some value, but most of the time, it's just too much healing that just goes to waste. So you might as well have a little bit more damage, I feel. That's kind of what I lean towards. Especially with the showcase and stuff as well. The others was running 5 Petra. Yeah. And an Ninja. I mean, maybe they were just going for the challenge build, you know. They were basically going for the improvised build, but then without the improvised pieces. Because yeah, this is the true meta. Just nobody has discovered it yet. There is no better build than improvised. This is kind of like wearing just black shirts without, you know, just branding on it. Wasn't for the commendation. I mean, even for the commendation, you would just put that on once and just be done with it. Yeah, so we added this thing in. This is actually technically as it is in there as well. A stash build, but it's in the conflict folder as well. So let's actually put this back into the stash as well, as this is actually the plan for that thing. I'll keep it in the stash, especially for character 2 and 3 that don't have conflict builds, and they can just pull it out and kind of run it as need be. Yeah. That in the bag. So maybe I'll round out with just doing a few conflicts. One of the things I do need is extra catharsis. Technically. So let's maybe go and get that. Actually, yeah, let's run let's run the blue armor build for a countdown. Actually, I don't know if anybody's interested in doing some countdowns, as I'll likely do a few here just to round it out. But if anybody's interested, feel free to let me know, or just join me if you have me already. Then we'll matchmake in a minute. Some build better than Refactor? No, not particularly. The thing that it especially has is that it has the skill haste, so you can go with different. So the yellow version has a skill haste, so you can kind of go with different skills. The red version has a little bit more damage on the capacitor, but Refactor on the turret and drone itself is not too far behind. It's just a tiny bit behind. Put on red and provide peace instead of a group of Jessica. Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you're not using a Jessica yet, it's just an obvious loss. Like, you know, it's literally 6 versus 8 and 13 versus 12. At least it's not as bad as, you know, in the past where it was 10 versus 6. Like, at least 8 versus 6 is like. But nowadays as well, it's kind of like you shouldn't ever really, because of the mods as well on weapons and stuff. Like you can always drop some there and just gain some back. But yeah, some people have some weird ideas. I run into some of them as well sometimes on. Weirdly enough, mostly on the shorts, like on the build overviews, the shorts there. A lot of people come with like weird ideas of like, and then also in like a weird tone of like, you should be doing this and this and this, and it's just like, nope, that would just make it worse. You should be running an ACR. I remember that one. It's just like, I mean, first of all, no. Second of all, no. But then third of all, no. But then also like fourth of all, no. And then fifth of all, yeah, if you like want to sustain, but then still I wouldn't pick the ACR. I'd go with something like the Honey Badger or something that out-sustain and outbursts it and is also generally more accurate handling wise. Especially nowadays. Is the best DPS skill builds, and I mean, the thing is it can do DPS, but not particularly, because in situations a mortar can do more in situations, Loxy can do more in situations, Eclipse can do more. The turret and drone is just very consistent, so it's just a baseline build that you can just run and be kind of lazy with. It's not the worst idea. Skimming for a second if anybody wanted to join. No, let's go do a challenging one. Set the mask. Let's see if we can get a catharsis. Otherwise as well, I can buy like almost 100 exotic caches. So maybe I do that at some point and then just get those.
You have received an invite.
But also I don't mind doing a few countdowns here.
You are now in a group.
And then my voice, or my throat especially, is just flamming up. It's being a dick. Biggest Petrov fan. I mean, yeah, that's the man who saved the world, right? That was Petrov, right? I always kind of forget the guy that didn't fire the nukes. I think it was, right? And the Petrov arm patch on top. Okay. Oh yeah, maybe he's just cosplaying. Maybe he's sponsored by, right? He's just, whenever he's matchmaking and joins you in a match, it's just like, I have been brought to you by Petrov.
Rikers have taken the power plant. Not sure what they're trying to do with the nuclear reactor, but they've triggered the safety protocols. The plant is going into lockdown. We need to remove the
I mean,
safeguards and restart
if they're
the
that level
reactor.
of special, like, yeah. There's a point where you just go, it's a lost cause.
Reactor unstable. Emergency lockdown protocols
And
activated.
it's
15
just-
minutes lockdown.
Yeah.
Please proceed to your nearest exit. Lockdown safety protocols initiated.
Synergy, yeah. Exactly. Yes, you're doing the same thing with that and the same thing with this. So you might as well. Oh, we don't have status effects. We'll have so in a second, though. Turbine cooling. That's the main reactor. That doesn't percent matter. It's going to be Eastern extraction as well over afterwards. How do I go into menu and I'm still ahead of everyone? Ow. What do you mean? Let's make some blue armor happen.
System back online. System disrupted.
Wait, is that guy dying? Wait. What was even... Oh. What? Why would you go the wrong way? Like, I mean, this just sucks for them.
System restored.
Like, the one time we're going to the right would have been just the easy link up. These two went left. I mean, it cost them 2 dog tags.
System reactivated.
Somebody getting the button? Anything, yeah. Yeah. Turbine and then cooling.
System breach initiated.
At least they're sticking with the team now. Let's give everybody some Vanguard. This build is so overkill for survivability wise and stuff. But how was that an interrupted reload? For a second there, I had forgotten that I was set to mask. I was like, wait, why am I Palisade targeted?
Critical systems exposed.
I spawn up here right now. Palm downstairs. Somebody kill that thing.
I'm gonna make these fuckers dead.
Guess I'm that somebody.
Data transfer halted.
Something like that. Those things are DTH, so. Well, they're H, so AR's DTH helps out a bit. Actually, one smart thing to do is just swap off of PFE in the mid parts here. I just like running it for the whole thing. Just, I'll go for the objectives instead. Yeah, let's go.
10
Cooling
minutes to
tower.
lockdown. Evacuate the facility.
Take the shortcut here.
Lockdown safety protocols in effect. Proceed to your nearest exit.
Maybe we can lemming everybody down there. Rapture-y. Oh yeah, when you get raptured, you're a rapture-y, right?
The target should be nearby.
Also, not head banger, but heap banger. He bangs his heaps. Heaps of heaps. Heaps of heaps. First things first, let's go find the box. It's much more important than enemies. I have found the box.
I'll get him from the side.
Where? Over there. You make that out where they were.
They're in the open. There's a real sting operation, fucker.
There's one of these teams that just runs in a certain direction the whole time.
Hostile detected.
But yeah.
Something for you.
We have a mini map. I'm just gonna run towards Jeremy. You know,
I feel
where enemies are.
Hostile neutralized. Target detected.
Let's do that. I should put a streamline weapon on this. I realize. Because I can pull. There's a bunch of times where I'm not using my skills basically. And I could use the extra damage.
Area secure.
Agent, you should be able to access the reactor.
Reactor. Either exit will work. Let's see if we get the little hop here. That one is annoyingly harder than it seems. I feel I've got that one down now. On where to kind of turn to hit it. I'm right away gonna go for the objective here. We're not short on time,
You've
but
reached the reactor. I
we're
need you
not
to get
being
it back
fast.
online.
Might as well try to speed it up a little.
Now that you're in, we need to decrypt the safety protocols.
I get the feeling these two are like that guy's doing that already. As long as he stays in there. Triple mask. Yeah. Yeah, if you're gonna stay then I can
Evacuate the facility.
then
5
stay.
minutes to lockdown.
Proceed immediately to your
Only one
nearest
person needs to be in that thing. Two people doesn't make it go faster.
What the fuck are you?
That's only a thing with the SHD crates.
Warning. Reactor initiating lockdown procedures.
Good work decrypting the protocols. You need to remove those controls to get the reactor back
Did
online.
they watch my April Fool's videos? And then just go for this. Did they watch me or did they watch Nokia? Maybe they are just having an extended April Fool's just on you. They do it on purpose.
Target approaching.
But there's always a bunch of fun ones like those. Somebody sent me an like build video from basically I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something.
Great work, Agent. Now you just need to restart the reactor and keep any hostiles from knocking it offline or killing you.
A refractor build with repair skill. Just everything set to repair skill. Because I mean the answer is because they don't know. Because they don't know that repair skill doesn't apply.
I'm going around to the side. I'll cover you. Just move your ass.
And they think it does. And they didn't know testing and then they made a video on it without ever testing. You have stuff like that. There goes one. Perfect entrenching and perfect clutch. I mean, at that point, might as well just run a tech tank. Although even before that point, might as well run. You'll have better survivability. Oh, actually, time. We're actually being somewhat time starved here.
Kill yourself.
Oh, that was the last objective here.
Reactor online.
Because we need to still clear out the last wave.
Hey, what? Damn! I gotta reload.
Good work,
Coming off
Agent.
the
You saved the
box.
plant. Move to extraction point. Helo is ready when you are. Shoot a flare to signal Taurus.
Heading for extraction. Let's not start heading for extraction. as we get the big freeze. I was just about to say it is technically a close range extraction, so we might lose some people. One of those people was me. But yeah, let's load back up. Let me catch up here. Scroll on to okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's the SHD means nothing, because in those 26k they didn't learn much. But yeah. So kind of those guys are still thinking, yeah. It's also always funny when that's, you know, also predicated on thinking they know better. Or like, yeah. What can you do? The thing is though that, yeah, the thing that often happens to those kind of people, they get ostracized and then they kind of get, you know, bitchy about it, of like, I remember that with like people with raids and stuff. They would come and you would just go like, we need you to run a red build, and they go like, no, I want to run a scale build. And it's just like, 7 people are here.
Hey, agent.
If you want to be our 8th, they have to just conform.
Thanks for the deal.
And you know, we're not gonna just sit here and waste 7 people's time for 1 person. And then they take that as being, you know,
Good to see you.
those people are dicks. But they don't understand that they're being the dicks. And that allows you to change your talent? No, there's a bunch of them. So that's Mop, First Sight, Lexington, bunch of others. Handbasket, Harvest. But yeah, there's a bunch of names that are their special stat, or their special thing isn't a talent, it is a stat or a thing. So for instance, yeah, Mop has a special 3rd stat, Harvest has a special base damage, same for Lexington and Handbasket and stuff. So, I might actually even been the full list. There. You can find actually, so let me link to the, have it up in here, yeah. So I'll link to this. This is, we call this often the Discord spreadsheet. This is a bunch of tabs. This is like a really good place to get a lot of information from. And one place you can go, for instance, with named weapons, yeah. So for instance, here with the named weapons, if it doesn't have, you can find basically the list yourself. So if it doesn't have an perfect talent, basically, or you know, it just has a stat here. Those are all the ones that can take different talents as well. So for instance, Slingshot here has a stat. And same for White Death here, and Handbasket, and TDI Card Custom, actually. Although actually, well, yeah. Here it is. Although, well, you can still, from the secondary attribute, you can make out that it doesn't have a perfect talent. I know that thing is a wealth of knowledge. And it's looking so much better. I wonder how that... what happened to it? It was a mess, and then looks a lot better. Yeah, I worked on that thing recently quite a bit, just to clean it up a little. It's not of my work. It is definitely other people's work. I just helped out a little to make it look right. Division in general, I wanted to say thank you for work. Builds Sorel, always happy to hear their tier. And yeah, glad you like them. I like making it as well, so it all works out. Yeah, let's actually keep banging our head against Countdown. No, let's just go with a striker on this one. It's the AR striker. Striker left. We'll grab a coyote. Let's go with a weapon we don't use that often. Something just different. You know what, let's go LMG. Let's go LMG it. Oh, I am gonna actually. I'm gonna go grab gunner, but I don't even need to. We'll run LMG instead. Completely different than normal ones. Let's change over for a sec. Yeah. Indeed, that's the.
You have received an invite to another
Thinking the
agent's
same
group.
thing there.
You have joined a group.
Is anything else here? The builds with measured assembly parts yet? Yeah, generally, like towards the start of the season, we'll do a pass on the build collection, and usually the new gear set of the season does go in. Sometimes next season it goes out. 404 in the collection, if you're familiar with it. Is my leader now? In the end, I kind of went like this, but this is kind of like a general use one with Hermano there. The thing is though that measured assembly, especially in the places where we can make that backpack really work well, is where it really works well, right? Like the Lovebird fight is now, I feel, for consistency's sake, you would just take this. Because you might as well. Because with that fight, you'll beat them a little faster. With this, you'll have 100% consistency. Because it eats the drone, the turrets, and all of those kind of things, and the healing box. Making that fight just consistent. And I can actually, let me direct link to it as well, actually. I'll put that link in the chat there. But that one is more like if you're just going to use it as a general use thing. Because I found the backpack, if you're just, you know, just running around healing, removing one every 10 seconds is kind of fine. Even on Legendary, like it removes a drone here and there. Or a mini tank. One thing I want to try with it is once Tinkerer comes in, I want to try a red version with Future Perfect.
We need to find a way to relieve the pressure and
just
fix
a
the
damage
reactor's cooling
challenge.
system.
Tinkerer, likely with
Reactor unstable. Emergency
without the
lockdown
chest
protocol
and then with the
activated.
backpack.
15 minutes lockdown.
Or maybe the other way. Yeah, let's see
Critical
how that
pressure
goes.
levels. To avert catastrophic system failure, system purge required.
Vital signs critical.
All the hits going in. This is, for instance, one of those places where it's a little bit of a downside to have killer. If I measured, I would still at least have some damage. But then for the rest of the fights, we'll get plenty of kills. Also then trigger killer there. And one of the things with the MG5 is it's basically an AR nowadays with its reload, so it feels pretty good.
System back online.
We really need to go help that team. Let's just go admin lab. We'll just take the lead there. Because main is cooling as well, so we'll just flow into this one, flow into that one, and then just go into there. I want to hear one. I bet it'll surprise me. Is it a 6-piece something? Oh yeah, feel free to if you have some ideas here and there. Although keep in mind that, like, yeah, surprising me at this point, well, it depends. But usually, I've seen basically most of the good ideas. Usually surprises are bad ideas. Didn't go in 2 weeks. August 12th, yeah, so 3 weeks. Right? But that's basically whenever the last manhunt unlocks, which is also, yeah, that date, so. Is this way faster? Yeah. We're gonna go here and also take the shortcut. Wait, where is this guy? Somebody is dying on our team somewhere because they went containment by themselves. Because they're not in lab. Lab hasn't activated yet. Yeah. Special. My thoughts on using MA versus FI. FI is just generally, like, if the team is already competent and is already doing well enough with FI, you're just going to be faster with FI. The total weapon damage buff is just really good. But then, yeah, situationally, I can definitely see a case being made for measured assembly. For instance, yeah, the Lovebird fights as one of them. Even for instance in Legendary, especially if you take the backpack there as well. Thing is though, you would give up the buffing, but then, for instance, removing some of the drones and such. The annoying thing is you don't remove the air bursts, you know, the grenades.
Critical systems exposed.
Those don't get removed, so. Which is usually the thing that, you know, also on top of the drones is an issue.
10 minutes to lockdown. Evacuate the facility. Data transfer halted.
But you can remove the mini tanks and stuff.
Purge required.
Incoming. High risk hostile.
It's just FI is hard to beat with the bonuses.
Area secure.
But sometimes you don't need to beat FI, you just need to be more consistent than FI, which I think kind of that is the place that something like measured assembly can be pretty good for. What's my favorite completely off meta build that you played recently? I mean, kind of depends on what we include in the meta. Our tech tanks meta. This guy really wants to complete containment.
Agent,
He's just
you're in.
keep going into
I need you
containment,
to
that
fix
guy.
that cooling tower.
Funny thing is, he's even spawning north, so he has to like walk quite a bit there. But yeah, if he wants to get us 2 more coins, sure.
Warning. Steam pressure increasing. System purge required to stabilize pressure.
We need to release
Because
the
I
pressure
do
in the
consider
system.
eclipses meta. Because eclipse. Or for instance, yeah, pestilence we could definitely say isn't per se meta.
Well, that
The
worked.
Legmo pestilence, but for
Now that the
solo,
pressure is
you know, you can
stabilized,
make
we
a
need
case
to
for
shut off
it.
that steam.
Oh, we have the close range buff. Didn't even pay attention.
You need to vent the remaining steam, and you'll be good to go.
High risk target detected.
Because also I ran the 511 build yesterday quite a lot. That one is definitely off meta. That one is about as off meta. That's an 8M. Inverse, basically. It has the 511 is 6 pieces of 511. It's literally
Vent the
what
steam,
it
and you're
is.
good to go.
Agent
Yeah,
in
this
custody.
has civils, first you make a regular PVE DPS as a striker. This is gloves. When you need to one shot something proc Exodus, swap to premium DPS goes over charge police stances. Build deliver for you. Even head smoke is stuff. Active ninja. That was shenanigans. That sounds like a lot of work to do that. The thing would be then also now you're still in combat and you know you're stuck on a build that is kind of a one shot. But yeah, I mean yes, you can use the you can use Exodus to kind of shift between builds. Because that gap is pretty short, so unless you're really like speed running, I just wouldn't per se.
High risk target detected. Cooling system stabilized.
My team has it. And especially with the close range buff. One Exodus procs, yes. It can also, for instance, be used for a bunch of other things with out of combat. Because if you weapon swap, for instance, in that time, it actually gives you a full heal. But also, for instance, it counts as out of combat for the chameleon. So one of the tactics with the Exodus is to, for instance, run it with the chameleon, and then when you get hit, and you try to do so basically to save your talent. Or reset your talents, basically. This is actually an interesting use for it. It's purple haze off meta indeed. So together with that. Yeah. I've seen actually some speedruns where they use Exodus for build swaps. So yeah, it's actually not even that far-fetched. And usually as well, to go from what would be considered a DPS build over to a one-shot build. Or like one with a big last enemy.
Serious trauma detected.
We have the close range buff, and we have also a bunch of brute buffs, so it is actually pretty strong. So as long as we get into close range, we'll melt whatever is in front of us.
Hostile assault turret detected.
Wait, where did the hunter go?
System reactivated.
I lost that.
Hostile striker drone detected. An agent needs assistance. Hostile hive detected.
Getting hit in the back
System
quite well.
curtailed.
Get close.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Torres is waiting for your signal. Shoot off a flare when you're ready to come home.
And a team that's not shooting the hitting boxes. That's actually a good overcharge time. Was that overcharge? No.
Serious trauma detected.
Enemy is approaching.
I'm just casually hitting for almost 3 millions there. Because the close range buff is one of the bigger buffs that you can get in the game even. Exodus for business. Jeez, man. Yeah. I mean, Exodus just, yeah, basically takes you out of combat, so anything you could do out of combat, it allows. The thing to remember though is it's pretty finicky. But if you just spam build swap, like you have to really like be ready for it, and you know, get into the menu, be on the loadout, just spam it to the second that allows it, and then swap over.
Something's coming.
Well, the one thing to remember with that as well, you need to like skill on cooldown, especially if you have like a skill tier or 2 or something on the build you're swapping to is gonna be annoying. Plus if your like any skills are out, so yeah, you have to do some preparation for it. You can't just do it willy-nilly.
Thanks to you, the locals will have heat and lights this winter. Thank you, Agent.
Oh, in the end, the guy didn't even finish the... They kept going for the... Oh, wasn't it even SHD caches? Like, that's kind of impossible solo. To try to capture both of them. So... They made all the bad choices.
Come on over and take a look. Finest selection in the district.
Anyway, I haven't seen an exotic yet, even.
I appreciate
Well, I would have made enough now to kind of buy some exotics. Well, I'm also not in too much of a hurry. Because, yeah, I just need... And Catharsis for in the stash, basically. So we actually swap characters and go with some different builds into there. So I should just load this first and then move them on the pesty build. One of the things was actually in the video today. You may notice when I'm doing the Lincoln parts, because I'd loaded this build and I loaded something else and I went back to it. I thought I had loaded it correctly. And of course, the way that it's saved is like this. You may notice in the footage, there isn't a coyote icon when I'm doing the fighting. I was running it with this. I was running it with the 5-piece sling by accidentally. I forgot to just make it, you know, make it into the actual build. So I didn't notice until I started to record the build section, basically. So that's when I caught my mistake. Yeah, let's swap on over. You know what? Actually, I'm seeing as we're talking about the Exodus, maybe I go and grab an Exodus. But especially well, with the Exodus, although that's kind of like cheesy a little bit. But yeah, it is a thing of being out of combat. But it basically starts healing you back up, and if you don't do anything, you just get like 40%, 50%-ish back. But actually, if you let's go. Swap weapon, because when you swap weapon out of combat, like instead of the health bar kind of filling up slowly, it like instantly jumps to full. That was kind of also the thing that like we abused with no regen to get back to full armor, right? Just bypass no regen completely. But yeah, if you weapon swap in it, so now let's take Umbra, and oh yeah, actually I still haven't distributed my. Although I might also not give every character an Exodus, but this character definitely could use an Exodus. Take that one. That's also kind of thing I'm kind of holding out for better stat at once. But yeah, we'll do this. I shouldn't have a frenzy weapon right now. I was kind of considering going frenzy with it. You know, let's actually run it with a chameleon then, try to do that synergy. But then just with Umbra. Let's make sure our targeted is set to masks. I'm full up by my mask resource actually. I'm fully full. Do I have anything I want to optimize here? Oh yeah, I do want to keep this in the end because I want to optimize it. I want to try that setup with Nimble at some point. No, we don't really have anything to optimize there, so it's fine.
Invite to another agent's group. Receive. You are now in a group.
Search goals, caches in the end. Okay. I'll have a peek at those indeed. Okay, so yeah, they're kind of reusing it again for the seasonal items now. But then this is likely the
relay offline.
No, it's not good. Oh, that's a seasonal item. That's a seasonal exotic item. Oh, they're putting those in again. They really shouldn't.
An agent has gone offline.
Especially not the list that they're kind of using there.
Black Tusk have taken the power plant. Looks like they've triggered the lockdown protocols while they were charging their warhounds. We need to restrict access and secure the nuclear waste.
Nah, we got
Reactor
one
unstable.
disconnect there.
Emergency lockdown protocols activated. 15 minutes lockdown.
High levels of radiation detected. Commence operational lockdown procedure.
But I wonder when they will start the stretch goals.
System malfunctioning.
this season around. Likely, I would think it would be the week of the master or a week after.
System reactivated.
It just seems the obvious places to put it. It's a weird question to ask me. Because yeah, somebody is in my raid and they're asking me, why IKEA, why do I remember your name? I feel like answering something. It was because yeah. Mine went with several bad ones there, but I could just go with as seen us on TV. If your TV has Twitch. But there, for instance, in the out of combat, I'm weapon swapping, and although the downside of that is with the chameleon, yeah, I'm also swapping away my talent, of course, but gives me a full heal, so it's basically unbreakable.
System disrupted.
Doesn't reset health gate though, if I remember right, so I'm gonna risk it. So admin lab, yeah.
System restored.
Bring this up. Wait, where's everybody? I feel I should have been caught up there by people. Just replace with season. Yeah, those things not being in the pools, like
You're
this
in.
being the
We need to
distribution
locate the
method.
target.
It's kind of shitty. We haven't had it be like super annoying because you only get one, basically nimble and one. What was the weapon this season?
In the fight.
It's already
System malfunctioning.
Coming up the flank.
looked at too many exotic weapons today.
System back online.
Got a jammer here.
Oh, Pakan, yeah. So. But if it's a good weapon that you kind of want on multiple characters, it's going to be super annoying to wait till the stretch goals to kind of... But yeah, them putting the things back in there.
Hostile.
Aren't you the dude who makes great builds? Hi and maybe.
Tango's in my sight.
Winky face.
Bad mistake.
Okay, just standing on a box up there.
Neutralized. High risk target detected.
I forgot what build I was apparently.
I got rounds on the agent.
Where's that?
An
Might
agent
be,
is reconnected.
might be handy to charge up my Umbra. Did you get the box already? I don't remember. Let's just take that out.
Area secure.
Just in case I'm gonna... Okay.
10 minutes
I
to
didn't get the
lockdown.
box because
Evacuate the
here are the
facility.
contents.
Follow all lockdown safety protocols.
Yeah, let's go to lab. Nokia? No, who's that? Heard of a Nokia? Indeed. They might be remembering only the tip.
Shade tech detected.
Yeah. I mean, everybody remembers their tips, right? When you just get only the tip. Oh. I'm guessing they might be in the chat now. They brought up the tips.
I got one.
Hostile assault turret detected.
For a second there, I saw that Warhound. I was like, wait, this is Warhounds. But then, like, no, it isn't because it's already... Oh, yeah. Umbra. What do I actually charged while I was just sitting up there?
I'm reloading.
Hostile incinerator turret detected.
Thing with Exodus as well is it's a pretty short cooldown. Like, actually, for solo play, it's pretty good.
Detected.
I just don't end up taking it often. Mostly because, yeah, just tech tank. Like, what does this do that the tech tank doesn't?
High risk target approaching.
'Cause it does do more damage, but you're still very squishy. You're still kind of, you know, still need to sometimes just sit in cover and wait.
Area secure.
But,
Agent, you should be able to access the waste area.
the oh, thanks. Two of us opening it together, holding hands. Growing 10% chance from the caches, like it says, Oxpecker used to. Yeah. But I just don't like that as a system. It should just be the old way of once you get them once, give the blueprint, and then the blueprint unlocks it and the general loot pool. Like that would be... Because the first season we get actually like useful items. And it's this, you know. If we get an exotic weapon or thing or a gear that we want to like move, then you have to like move it around because you just get one. Plus, always with those items they get, you know, some people will just accidentally lose them or claim them on their hardcore, and then, you know, it gets lost on the hardcore or stuff like that. So I don't like their system for that, but also not the stretch walls with
Agent, you've reached the waste area. I need you to
Eagle and
secure
the
the
Ravenous
radioactive
and the
material to
Regulus.
override the
Just,
lockdown protocols.
it pushes people way too much to overfarm.
Radiation detected.
Especially, like, that's my biggest issue with it.
Protocol.
It's not like, oh, I don't, you know, I
need to
gotta
secure
true the
that
raid
tank and
so
get it back into
others
the
should
sarcophagus.
suffer. No, but yeah, it's just putting them in something like that, which also then like has really shitty odds still.
That should be the source of the leak.
Because it's
Now
the
we
same
just need to seal those
0.5% I
tanks.
saw there. It's a 1 in 200. It's likely going to be again every other level you get a cache. So basically 400 of those season levels to get an average
Incoming. High risk hostile.
chance at getting one of them.
Hostile.
And then also the Provocator and stuff is in there still. Like Provocator and Birdie are in there. So yeah.
Evacuate the facility.
It's
5 minutes to
fine.
lockdown.
Lethal radiation levels detected. Lockdown protocols in effect.
Is there anything in there about which apparel items it was?
Going loud.
I don't know. for instance, there. Again, it's working basically as a full heal. Thing is though that, yeah, just it's kind of a dick move, especially in group settings, because it makes it harder for my allies to see. But also one of the things is when I armor break and it's you know, does the thing, whatever aggro I had is going to the next person. So usually when they're firing, they just instantly swap to shooting the next person. It's kind of a little bit of a dick move at first.
Iris target
Get
approaching.
up over here!
Radiation detected at acceptable level.
Good work,
Over the
Agent. You
box.
saved the plant. Move
Also
to
has a
extraction
close range
point.
extraction, but it's east.
Shoot off a flare so Torres knows you're ready to go.
So that's right outside. Why is the shock traps here? Likely from this fight still. I picked up everything. Try refracted turtle. Yeah, that one's well worth messing around with. Although, weren't you saying you were mostly solo? Keep in mind that the refactor is best kind of used in groups. So you could go, for instance, for the negotiator or striker drone hybrid.
Get on that
Kind of has
helo.
that
You've got
similar
hunters incoming.
playstyle, but then
Agent down.
actually has a little bit more just dealing damage basically.
System reactivated.
So that's a little bit outside of my optimal range, but also I don't want to push through people too much. So let's charge up our Umbra.
Hostile restored.
When you're ready to
Forgetting.
come home, shoot off a flare.
Hostile defender drone detected. System malfunctioning.
And both of my bonuses are now active. And let's go be
Crap, don't watch out!
because especially once we have both of those damage buffs up,
Back online.
Chameleon is kind of one of the top contenders.
Concentrating fire!
Gonna add the Lex to the mix. And one of the things here as well is between each of the waves here, we're gonna clear them in under 45 seconds. Each time my chameleon is gonna be full. But this part, of course, we don't need to like min-max for this part. Because it's pretty bad for the rest of the fights, because most of the other, when we're doing one of the zones, it's usually more than 45 seconds. I really want to trigger the legs as well. Sucking and hitting legs there. There's more damage, yes. Especially as well, the refactor does give up a bunch of damage a little bit for the group healing. So yeah, if you're solo and you're not per se... Because the self-healing is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. But the memento already gives you 3% regen, so... Once it's kind of charged up, which... Usually all of those builds you can set them up with the memento. See if I can activate my legs at some point. There we go. Every time we reset to full again. What am I farming for? Just kind of playing some Gandans, but also set to mask if I get a
Helo inbound
Tarsus.
to your location. Hold tight.
With that build, I want to keep a Catharsis in the stash with headshot mod, so I want to have another catharsis, which I can just put a crit chance mod in and have in the stash. Likely as well, I'll see about maybe making a space for that build. I'm not sure I want to like have
Ready for
two that
extraction.
similar builds, but that one can live in the stash. Nowadays as well, we have, you know, we actually have plenty of stash space, much more so than we used to. Likely as well with like one of the upcoming events or something, I'll just pop a ton of. I could even now, like I have like 20k likely or something saved up. Same as well for Descent, where I could spend and get like 100 exotic components or well, caches.
Safe area entered.
How much do I have saved up here? Okay, almost enough for 100, or like, you know, like 80 something. But we're also gonna round it out there because I don't want to make it too late today. Tomorrow I want to get up and actually make a few shorts because I'm out of shorts. the video type, not the
Looking for something?
clothing. So tomorrow I want to likely make a few. Usually I make them in batches just so they get. And yeah, actually I haven't per se decided what I'm gonna go with. Because you have this. That's kind of where I keep track of what builds I've overviewed already. I definitely want to make Chest Striker. Actually, let's even put that here, Chest Striker. Just because we haven't done that yet, and I should. I was thinking actually, because we're gonna do 2 builds and 2 only tips, I was thinking maybe putting the Umbra PvP build as one of them, maybe. And then you have a list of like subjects. I think I should do balancing crit. Also, actually, else can go in. Because I likely will go with balancing crits and maybe the macros guide. This has been a while since the main video of it. So, but yeah, that's tomorrow's stuff. And I think that was the player that was with me in there as well, right? I saw GG at the end there. Yeah, sorry for not GGing there, but kind of too busy talking. But yeah, that was a good run. And I'm glad you liked them as well. Koi, I'll go with. Let me catch up on some of the rest here as I kind of was in my own world there. Oh, I missed this one way earlier. Oh, yeah, sorry, Connor. If you're still around. Is the Zerofax named just good for PvP? Not particularly. Shotguns are pretty bad in there, so generally we don't run shotguns. The multiplier for them is just horrendous. So some people run a shotgun just to finish people off, but in general, because also it's 45 versus 50, right? Is the PvP stats for it. Let's really check. So I only get 5% more out of it, which is just not too much of gain. Because I can always toggle here PvP stats. Okay, no, so oh yeah, it's 50 and 55. So you get 5% more from that, yeah, it's in general just not worth it. Just because shotguns aren't worth it in there. You can run a shotgun as a secondary for finishing people off. Some people like that. It's also not a bad idea, honestly, but I just tend not to. But you wouldn't want to main them, and then you would also just be better off going with general bonuses, so you can apply them to both of your weapons. Yeah, on the Twitch end, let's go find somebody to raid in a second, as we'll round it out here. See somebody I'm following, but I don't per se recognize their name. Guess maybe we just go with GC. They seem to be starting dark hours, so they'll likely be going for a little bit while longer, I think. As in not many of the other regulars about. And then yeah, I'll be back tomorrow evening. I have to check how my day kind of goes. I might actually jump on pretty early, or I might do an afternoon or something like that, if I can make the time to join Toasty, and if there's still spaces left, because I haven't actually checked. They've moved it to a different server, and I was earlier on looking for it. Where do you even sign up? But I can't find it per se. But yeah, that's definitely a no promises, because it kind of depends. These last few weeks were actually supposed to be pretty stress free, and actually a bunch of my colleagues and stuff one is injured, two are sick, so a bunch has landed on my plate that I have to do extra, but I kind of enjoy it as well. So, but yeah, enough rambling for me. I'll hit the start raid and we'll go on the Twitch end to GC. I'll be back tomorrow, definitely in the evening, if nothing else, and maybe a little bit earlier. I might also, if I can just make it just barely for a raid and not be able to stream it, that might also happen. So no promises. But definitely I'll be back in the evening. Tomorrow evening, so I was kind of looking through my stuff and going like, oh yeah, we need to actually do that purple. I was actually planning maybe as well today to do a little bit of purple farming, but I was enjoying actually jumping in a few conflicts there. But yeah, tomorrow we'll work on that guide, and definitely want to get a better purple weapon and such, and then maybe get the challenge run with that in. And then also, start looking at maybe even starting recording some segments for the Eclipse Masterclass, because that's one of the big upcoming ones. But yeah, that's all for in the future. Enough yapping for me. Thank you all for joining me. And as always, have a good night.